Hi there, welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at the 3DR Solo, and I just picked this up about 2 weeks ago at most. Today is April 24th. Now 3DR has discontinued making these for the hobbyists. They're now focusing on commercial applications such as search and rescue, inspection systems. So you can't get these any longer except for some places, Amazon, eBay. A lot of places that used to have these are sold out because they dropped the price. This may be hard to believe, but I got this for $234. It did not have the 3-axis gimbal, but I found the 3-axis gimbal at Fry's for $50. And I just noticed that a couple days ago, some places had the 3-axis gimbal for $38. This used to be a $400 gimbal alone. The machine used to be over $1,000. But I just want to express my kind of ideas and thoughts about this machine. So far, I have liked flying it a lot, but I did some modifications right from the start. I did fly it one time in the current configuration. What I mean by that is the GPS board is like the first thing that everybody replaces. So I flew it with the stock GPS board and kind of had the same situation everybody else has, that you've got it sitting out in a clearing and it seems like 10 minutes to get quite a few GPS satellites. So then there's a simple mod where you put a little piece of cardboard in between the foil shielding and the GPS board. That helps a little bit, but there's a company called M-Robotics that makes a brand new GPS board, and this board will get US and foreign satellites. It's more sensitive, so I replaced the GPS that was in here with the one from M-Robotics, and now it's less. It seems like it's less than 2 minutes, and I have 20 satellites. It jumps right on 5 or 6 satellites immediately. It'll hit 8 to 10, and it seems like a few more seconds, and it will get up to 20 satellites. 21. I think I've seen 21 satellites pretty quickly. So that was a nice improvement. I still did the cardboard insulator in between the GPS and the unit, but I think these are $70, somewhere right around there. I mean, they're right around there. So that is kind of an investment in the machine, but it seems like it made a huge improvement in the machine. Something else I did was on the gimbal. I thought I had a spare gimbal laying around here, but on the gimbal, they have a really heavy HDMI cable that goes from the main board inside the unit, and you can't see it, it's all internal, and it goes to a connector when you put this gimbal system on. It's all internal, but it's a very heavy cable, and that cable, a lot of people have said, transfers vibrations into the gimbal, and you can see it in your camera footage. So there's another company that is making a really thin, very lightweight ribbon cable, and I picked that up. I think that was $30, and let me see if I can I don't know if I still have them up here or not, but it was easy to find. If you type in 3DR Solo ribbon cable, you're gonna find it. I think it was called Relish 3D, might be the name of the website, to give them some credit. But I did that. I didn't try the gimbal, you know, with the original cable. I really didn't like the original cable. I put the gimbal in and I tried to put the original cable, I tried to plug it in, and it's so heavy and so big that it just didn't seem like everything wanted to fit. Obviously they designed it to fit, but it just didn't seem like it was going to work. So I got the ribbon cable, and that was fantastic. It's thin, it's light, that's beautiful. So then one of the other things people are talking about is Moon Gel. And Moon Gel is for drummers, and it's this blue, very, very jellyish material. It is probably one of the best vibration dampening materials. It's super soft. If this was any softer, it would just melt in your hands. It's that soft. It's softer than anything else that people, it's softer than Sorbothane, it's softer than these window cling gels that people are getting. This is the real deal. It's for drummers. You can find it in most music stores. It's not very expensive, but one of the recommendations was to put this in the gimbal. Inside the gimbal, when you get the gimbal, you'll see a circuit board, and the circuit board is separated from the mounting housing, and that circuit board is floating on the rubber balls that you typically see on a on a gimbal system. And what the recommendation is to take 4 strips of Moon Gel, and you fold it up into about a layer of 3, and you very carefully put that into 4 positions around that circuit board, around those rubber balls. And so I did that. I mean, it seemed like a lot of people were doing it. It seemed like they were successful in doing it, so I did that. And lastly, well, not lastly, but one of the last things I did was this little red clip, because the original green clip actually covers up the access door over here, the access door for your memory card. So the original clip that you get with this goes on the side. This one is on the bottom. It goes on the side, and it covers up the memory card slot. That didn't seem very logical. So I 3D printed this. You can buy these online, but I 3D printed it from Thingiverse, and I discovered that, yeah, that's a very, it's handy. I mean, I take my memory card out, I leave the camera in, take the memory card out all the time. So that was a very handy thing. The very last thing I did was I got these props that are brand new, and I've only flown a few times on these props. These are from a company called Master Air Screw, and they advertise smoother, longer flight. And it does have a different, if you look at them, you can see a different blade profile on these. It seems like it flies well. I just don't have enough flight time to say, yeah, they're great or they're not great. But I'll continue to fly them and see how well that works out. But this has been a pretty nice machine. It seems like the thought was that, hey, we're gonna make a machine that's for people who really want to get good video, good pictures. This is not like hypersensitive. You can make it more sensitive, but it's very smooth in its motions. It's very, very smooth, which I like a lot. And it does have a good return to home feature if you fly too far. I do that almost every flight. Just inadvertently, I'm flying out to 1,800, 2,000 feet away, and I'll get into a situation where it just loses a signal and it starts coming back. So that's, I know that feature works, but it seems like a good buy if you can find them right now. They're, like I said, they're less than $300. There are people that are like packaging, everything together, the gimbal, I can't remember, maybe spare batteries, and it's going to be $400 or $500, but that's a far cry from where it started out. The only thing I'm worried about is support, and why I'm worried about that is this is not the original controller. I actually bought 3 of these machines, and my original controller just last week quit on me. It actually would not connect to the machine and my phone wouldn't connect to the controller. So I went online and I discovered, even from their website, they have a procedure to do some resets on this, resets on the machine, and I couldn't get it to go. And then finally they said, look in the back, look in this back, there's a vent hole, little tiny vent hole here. Look in the back and see if you see an orange LED, and if it's solid, that means something happened to the board. It was solid. So I've contacted them. I haven't, it's only been a few days. I've not heard back, but right now you can get another controller for 60 or 70 bucks, which is not bad. I mean, okay, yeah, you got to watch the investment. You don't want to, you don't want to rack up, something to where it puts you in line with like a Phantom 4 or something like that. But I do like this machine. And originally when this machine came out, I wasn't going to buy it. I really just was happy with my Phantoms. I've got quite a few different DJI products. I really like their products, and I was just not thrilled by this. But when I saw the price go down, I thought that's actually pretty incredible. I got the basic machine for 234 bucks, and that was shocking. It was just quite a change from whatever it was, $1,200 dollars. I've got GoPros, so that wasn't a big deal. It does come with a kind of a rubber ball mount. It's not a gimbal, it's just got rubber ball isolators, but you can put a GoPro on it, you can fly it around, and it's not bad because it's a smooth machine. It flies pretty well. But anyway, second controller, I got to keep my fingers crossed that this one keeps working. I'm going to be really disappointed if a second controller quits, but right now I'm okay. I'm hoping they respond back to my email and they say, hey, send us your controller. Maybe they'll replace the board, because they are still making these things. They're making them for commercial purposes. So I'm really hoping that happens. So we'll see. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys that and let you know that gosh, I should probably knock on wood. I've got a wooden desk right here. Did you hear that? It's pretty hard wood. It doesn't make a lot of sound. Anyway, I want to keep my fingers crossed because I like this machine. I didn't think I would. I even, they had these things on display in Fry's and they had a little demo, and I just didn't like it. But now that I've flown it, I like it. But hey, we got to be careful, because obviously, they may choose how they support these. They may only support the commercial buyers. They may not support these units. So that would be a problem. But if anyone is questioning how this flies, it's not a racer by any means. This is the opposite of that. It is for video and photography. Does a pretty darn good job. So that's my take on the latest, if you want to call it, new version of the 3DR Solo. I call it new because it's been rebuilt with custom components, and it does fly well at this point in time. If I have a problem, I'm gonna make a video about it, so stand by. Hopefully there's not an issue. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'll try to keep everyone updated on this project and some other new projects that are coming up. Thanks a lot.